Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nida. Welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, please follow, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Today, our topic is tariff restriction. Tariff. It is a tax charged by import of commodity traded it across national boundary. It is important type of trade restriction. Tariff can be ad valorem, specific or compound. Ad valorem is fixed percent of the value of traded commodity. Specific tariff is fixed sum per physical unit, a combination of an ad valorem and specific tariff. Effects of imposing tariff: consumption effect, reduction in domestic consumption; production effect, expansion of domestic production; trade effect, decline in imports; revenue effect, revenue collected by the government. Partial equilibrium analysis: before tariff for nation 2 at price $1, consumption was 70x, domestic production was 10x, import was 60x, no tariff, no import. After 100% ad valorem, price is $2, $1 is tariff and $1 is import price. Consumption is 50x, 30x import and 20x produced domestically. Tariff revenue is $30, $1 per unit. Resulting effects of tariff: consumer surplus is the difference between what consumers would be willing to pay and what they actually pay. Imposition of a tariff reduces consumer surplus. Increase in producer surplus or rent is the payment that need not be made in the long run to induce domestic producers to supply additional goods with the tariff, also called subsidy effect of tariff. General equilibrium analysis in a small country. Small country which impose a tariff but not affect the process of world market. Domestic price of the importable commodity will rise by the amount of the tariff for individual producer and consumer in a small nation. The nation itself collect tariff. Price is $1 and ad valorem is 100%, so consumer will pay $2 if it is domestically produced or imported. The price of X for individual and world market are same, $2. Measuring of effective cost. We can find the effective cost by following formula: G equal T minus AITI 1 minus AI. AI imported input final price. G equal the rate of effective protection to producers of the final commodity. T equal the nominal tariff rate on consumers of the final commodity. Ti equal the nominal tariff rate on the imported input. AI equal the ratio of the cost of the imported input to the price of the final commodity in the absence of. Stolper simulation theorem: an increase in the relative price of a commodity, for example as the result of a tariff, raises the return of the factor used intensively in production of the commodity. Thus, the real return to the nation's scarce factor of production will rise with the imposition of a tariff. Scare factors which a country is imported will raise the return of production with the imposition of tariff. Nation 2 scare of labor impose a tariff on X commodity labor intensive, so prices of X will raise and so labor wages will rise. Because increase in wages will lead the prices higher, the share of labor in and to increase, but because of increasing in wages, income of labor decrease, the national income reduced by tariff. Thus, demand of capital decrease and the K price interest decrease. General equilibrium analysis of a tariff in a large country. Here we utilize the offer curves. A tariff causes the imposing nation's offer curve to shift or rotate toward the axis measuring the importable commodity by the amount of the tariff. After tariff, importer wants to charge tariff in high prices. High prices affect world market prices. Large nation, the rise and fall of welfare depends on the effective of trade. In small country, the trade curves remains unchanged, thus the welfare also decline. Under these, for a large nation, a reduction in trade volume will reduce welfare and improvement in terms of trade will increase welfare. Whether welfare actually rises or falls depends on net effect. Non-tariff trade barriers. Quota has important restriction of trade. It is a direct quantitative restriction on the amount of a commodity allowed to be imported as exported. Western nations used quota to protect agriculture and stimulate the export of manufactured products. Quota. Before quota price was $1 while consumption was 70x. After tariff price goes to $2, consumption reduced to 50x, import reduced to 30x and domestically 20x are producing. If demand increase, the price will increase and domestically production will increase and the import will remains unchanged. Comparison of quota with tariff. Quota increase domestic price, increase domestic production with improvement in demand. Tariff leaves price and production but increase in import and consumption. Import quotas limit import to a specialized level while import doesn't specify the import and uncertain the import. Import level is distributed by government on official judgment and action to avoid the monopoly. In import, foreign exporter increases their efficiency or by accepting lower profit which falls import, but they can't reduce the export in quota which is less than anticipated. At the end, please follow, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.